have to understand it.
I am your Kevinly father, Kevin Williams, and this is continuing coverage of Ejection Week. He's been impeached. We just got new footage from inside the Capitol building. Keep in mind, everyone with the exception of the press, everyone who went on the Capitol grounds that day was breaking the law. The Capitol grounds were completely barricaded off. You were not supposed to be there. All of the pathways leading up to the Capitol had to be breached to get there. The president said we're marching down to the Capitol. He was telling people to break the law. Trespassing, yeah, but breaking the law nonetheless. Everybody there, with the exception of the press, medical staff, was breaking the law. So, speaking of press, the New Yorker has released new footage, heretofore unseen as I understand it. I have not watched it yet. We'll take a look at it. Let me turn on that screen for you guys so you can see too. There we go. This is new footage from the New Yorker. If you have something to say, you can say it in the chat room over there. The way to do that is whatever platform you're on, Twitch or Twitter or Periscope or YouTube or whatever else we're broadcasting on today, just go ahead and chat. And it goes over there. It's all together. You can see Green Room is on Twitter right now. Producer Joanna is on YouTube. And they all end up over there together. So if you have something to say, please feel free to say it. And if you're pro-Trump and you have something to say and you want to defend the people who are rioting because Trump told them to fight like hell, then go ahead and do that too. I'd be interested to hear your argument on why the president was so steadfastly for creating peace deals in the Middle East, and he couldn't even create peace deals within his own government. All right. So we'll take a look. Green Room just sent me a DM. He says, she says, they say, Green Room, honestly, I don't know whether you're a male or a female. I have no idea. I just know that you're a bar. And I appreciate all the bars who are watching today. So if you're a bar or a restaurant, stay closed. And I will come take out. Does anybody know Green Room? Do you know if you're male or female? I don't even know. Both. Fantastic. And I do know that you have a son, and I suspect the son is a male. Let's get into it. Here we go. This is from the New Yorker. I will adjust the volume as we go here, guys. So just, I'm going to turn it down to begin with, just so I don't blast anybody. Here we go.
Where the fuck are they? It's a PR war, okay? You have to understand.
Okay, so that is the Chamber of Congress, the House of Congress that they're in right now. Or is it the Senate? Wait, hold on. Let's go back. And you can hear them yell, where the fuck are they? This is from the New Yorker.
Is this the Senate?
That might be the Senate chamber. Hold on.
Where the fuck are they? It's a PR war.
That's the Senate. Those are the senators' desks right there. And the House has rows of chairs because a lot more people have to be in the House at any time. That is the Senate chamber. Where the fuck are they?
Okay? You have to understand it's an IO war. We can't lose the IO war.
We're better than that.
Okay? Information.
Information ops. It's an information ops war is what the guy is saying. Information operations. So we can't lose the information ops. And look what he's got here. He's got some zip ties. In case there's some loose cables anywhere. You don't want loose cable because you don't want someone to trip when they're storming. Oh, man. Imagine storming and suddenly, boom, face down on the ground. Whoopsie daisies. Nobody wants that. It's not happening again. No, this is from the 6th. This is from the 6th. Thank you, John. Yes, IO is information operation. Yes, we are live right now, but what we're watching is not live. This is not live. You know what? Let me fix that just in case somebody else tunes in here. I don't want anyone else to make that mistake. We are going to fix that right now, guys. I should be able to bring that up. Let's do this. Yeah. I'm going to do this in real time here, guys, so that nobody else makes that mistake. And I can't. Come on. Stop it. Here, I can do this. There we go. That way no one's going to tune in and think, oh my God, it's happening again, because I don't want that to happen. Okay, that should be visible-ish right there. That's enough. I think that's big enough. Okay, Dr. Howard feels better now, so let's keep going. Dr. Howard was scared, by the way. She, like, talks to ghosts on a regular basis, but she's scared by a guy with zip ties and a bike helmet.
Information operation.
Okay, he just told us information operation, so if I had waited 10 seconds longer. So they're opening up the senator's desk, and you're taking pictures of the notes that the senators have. All those binders full of women. That's Romney's desk, by the way.
There's gotta be something in here we can fucking use against these scumbags.
Gotta be something in here we can fucking use against these scumbags. There's horny guy up there.
Women law or whatever.
Cruz, I think Cruz would want us to do this. So.
Yeah.
I think Cruz would want us to do this. I think Ted Cruz would want us to do this. Storm the Capitol, breach the Senate chamber, take pictures of whatever documents those are in the binder. They had to evacuate so quickly. I don't know what was cleared out and what wasn't. I do know in the House, a number of House staffers were able to gather up the materials they were working on. Even as they're being told, get the hell to the safe rooms, they're like, hold on, we got to take this information of the day. Which, there was probably no top secret information in there, I would imagine. But anyway.
Absolutely. I think we're good.
The New York writer Luke Mogelson was able to record video of the rioters who stormed the Capitol. I do get the New Yorker magazine. I recommend, they get some fantastic deals. And it's nice to leaf through a magazine every once in a while. Is it not? I miss the feel. God, I miss newspapers, but I cannot balance receiving a newspaper with the number of trees it takes to create a newspaper. I do subscribe to a number of newspapers digitally, but I do allow myself magazines. I'm lucky enough to have access to the New Yorker. It's worth it.
What is it?
Wait, was that a Trump flag? How is Trump involved in this? These are just some independent, like-minded Americans. Had nothing to do with Trump, did it? And they built a hangman. They're probably going to play. Is there a T? No T. Damn it. You know, you pass the time. What else are you going to do?
If they don't fix this shit, we're gonna fucking one fucking day. Millions of Americans are out.
Hold on, I want to hear exactly what he says there. There's subtitles as well. You guys probably can't see
If
that.
they don't fix this shit, we're gonna fucking one fucking day.
If they don't fix this shit, we're going to fucking take this. Hey, if there's any kids watching, stop.
Millions of Americans are out.
Millions of Americans are armed. It says indistinct on here, but I'm pretty sure he says armed.
To protect the Constitution of the United States against enemies, foreign and domestic!
There you can see they breached the gates. The little security gates you might put up at a Miley Cyrus concert.
Go, go, go!
Watch out! Watch out!
One guy is holding up a Bible. Holding up a Bible as they storm the Capitol. Oh. You're cleaning the bathroom, producer Joanna, so you want me to describe it, do a play-by-play? Basically, people are entering, going in through the bleachers that have been set up for the inauguration.
Go!
They seem upset. Kellyanne Conway was on our friend Bill Maher last night. Bill Maher, talking about the people storming the Capitol. They weren't able to see Twitter, so they couldn't have responded to the president. She apparently did call the White House and said, tell him to tell them to stand down. But I have seen numerous Republicans claiming they weren't paying attention to what was on Twitter. They all have their phones out. They're all paying attention to what is being said. And remember, at this time, Trump still had Twitter.
Fuck you, police!
Fuck you, police, he says, with his back the blue flag. Now they're climbing up inside the stanchions of the bleachers that have been set up for the inauguration. I believe these are the bleachers. It could be something else to do with the inauguration, but this is all scaffolding inside. Okay, now people are falling on a police officer here on the stairway. So they are trying to get up through the... Oh, there's a name for that type of formation where police are trying to stop people from getting in. It's not a tranche, it's something else. Forget the name, but there is a specific name for that type of formation where you're trying to keep people from getting through. Let's just call it Red Rover. That's what the military calls it, specifically the Air Force. I can't discuss that any further. But these are people trying to get through the crowd. We see a gentleman at the top of the stairs making a break for it. Another gentleman has fallen on top of a police officer. Let's back that up. Let's see if I can back it up manually. Nope, I got to do it by cursor. So here we go. Okay, so we see a gentleman with, this could be a bulletproof vest. It could just be camo gear of some kind. He's fallen on a police officer. The police officer has taken a tumble. The man is on top of him right now. A police officer pushes him off. The rioter off of the police officer on the ground, attempts to pick him up. Another police officer has his riot stick out here. His nightstick or riot stick, whatever you want to call it. I call it a Red Rover stick. That's what they call it in the Air Force. I'm not allowed to talk about that any further. Now they're standing on the stanchions holding up the scaffolding, and they are ripping apart things. They're just ripping apart the vinyl material or the plastic or whatever it is. You can call it a baton too. I call it a Red Rover baton. That's what they call it in the Air Force. I'm not allowed to discuss any further. Now these are people crawling into a window. They're not supposed to do that. In the Air Force, they call that a window breach. I'm not allowed to discuss that any further. Whose house? Our house. Whose house? Our house. This is like the worst NBA game of all time. For those of you who aren't basketball fans, they've chanted that in the basketball arenas before. When your team is up by 20 points, whose house? Our house. Whose house? Our house.
A million of us out there, and we are listening to Trump, your boss. It's sad.
And we are listening to Trump, your boss. Here's the protester, the rioter at this point, having a conversation with a police officer who's labeled police on his chest. Your boss, we're listening to your boss, President Trump. Let's back up, just in case there's some doubt. We haven't heard from any protesters, any peaceful protesters saying that the president told them.
Out there, and we are listening to Trump, your boss. It's sad.
We're peaceful citizens who crawled in through the broken window. We're peaceful. Let us through. And the police officers, a police officer once told me, people make wonderful water, but terrible dams. 4 or 5 police officers cannot hold back 100, 200, 1,000 protesters. They will get through. The police needed more manpower there and better barricades. And it seems that they've got that now at the Capitol. We now have what the military is calling a green zone. You know, like in Baghdad. In our capital. Our capital. Now the crowd is murmuring according to this. This is murmuring. Let's listen to the murmuring. Oh, he's telling the police officer it ain't safe for you guys. Or maybe the police officer's telling them. Somebody says it ain't safe for you guys.
We love you guys. Take it easy. In a way.
We love you guys. Oh yeah, fuck the police. But we love you guys. Just you four. They're chanting treason. I think they're doing that because they think that somebody in the House or the Senate is committing treason. Well, they're breaching the Capitol bill. Yeah. Wow. Yeah, cops were in a tough spot. So there's the cop who... Yeah, it's a good interview. I have it. I'll play that after this if you haven't seen it. Everybody does it. The cop who was being beaten on the ground with an American flag, beaten with a back the blue flag, in and out of consciousness. He was tased at least a half a dozen times, and he had the wherewithal. And they were chanting, "Kill him with his own gun." They were trying to get his gun off of him. And he had the wherewithal not to pull out the gun and defend himself because he knew that they would take that gun away and kill him with it. And had the good foresight. It wasn't foresight, it was an immediate reaction to just say, I've got kids. And then people, we'll listen to him. It's an interesting story. Defend your liberty, defend the Constitution.
Defend your liberty! Yeah. Defend your Constitution! Defend your liberty! Defend your Constitution!
Oh, this guy is actually wearing a mask, so that's good. He's thinking about others.
1776!
You're afraid of Antifa? Well, guess what? America showed up!
Where's the rest of everybody? There's not enough of us. They're going to bring vets in or something.
I'm not sure who he's screaming to. I'm assuming members of Congress. So they're claiming that they're not Antifa, which tells us that clearly they're Antifa, all dressed up in mega flags. Clearly that's what's going on. This is all Antifa, guys. I don't know what they're looking over there. They may be on the second level of the Senate or the House chamber, looking over in windows into, or they could be the windows above the statuary hall. I have no idea where they are there. I've never been to the Capitol. I gotta go. I was in Washington when I was a kid. We were gonna go do all of that stuff when I was 10, I think, and there was a blizzard, so we just stayed at our friend's house for like 4 or 5 days in the blizzard.
Where the fuck are they?
By the way, that gentleman has an American flag with a gold fringe. That's a military flag with the gold fringe. That's like you see the Confederate flag. It's not the Confederate flag. It's the Confederate battle flag. That's essentially the United States military flag. There's all kinds of different flags that we have. A gold fringe means a military flag.
Where are they?
While we're here, we might as well set up a government.
Hey, let's...
Well, while we're here, we might as well set up a government. Yeah, they're trying to get them to actually... This is... I can't tell yet.
take a seat, people!
That's the Senate. That's the Senate chambers.
Let's take a seat!
Hey, Nancy Pelosi.
Let's vote on some shit!
Where the fuck is Nancy?
Was that guy recording on his phone? Because it looked like an image on there. Is he recording him? Oh, yeah, no, he's taking a selfie. Mr. Mass there is taking a selfie, and he's got... I don't know what this is. Is this Che Guevara holding a beer? I do not know what this phone case is. I don't know. Hugo Chavez holding a beer?
Vote on some shit!
Who is the Oh, never mind. I can't think of the guy's name right now. Rebel leader in Mexico.
Fuck his name, son of a... We paid for it.
I was in a play about him in college. I cannot remember the name. I'm so bad with names.
This is our house.
No, it's not Shay. It's not Hugo. It's cannot remember his name. Anyway, someone will come up with the name. Weird Al in a mega hat. Yeah. Oh, was he doing the white power signal? I don't even know. No, it wasn't Pancho Villa. Yes, Juan Valdez, the leader of the coffee revolution. Not Zapata, but yes, Zapata's one of them I'm thinking of. This is our house.
No, this is our chair.
I agree with you, brother, but it's not ours. It belongs to the Vice President of the United States when he's in here. It's not our chair.
Belongs to the President of the Senate, but that is usually the Vice President of the United States, so he's technically accurate.
Look, I love you guys, you're brothers, but we can't be disrespectful.
Oh! How did you get in again?
We can't sit in their chair.
No, we're not putting up with that either. It's just, look, it's a PR war, okay? You have to understand it's an IO war. We can't lose the IO war.
We're better than that.
Information operation. We can't do.
Well, that guy in the orange hat right here, he went to Texas. Or he's just a Texas fan. Like, I don't know if he actually went to college, but... Yeah, just taking video of all the papers in the Senate desks. If you're one of the gentlemen who's raiding the Senate here, make sure that you post those pictures online on your account.
And look here, look.
Ted Cruz's objection to the Arizona.
His objection. He was going to sell us out all along. Really? Look, objection
They don't even know. They don't even know what they're looking at.
to counting electoral votes of the state of Arizona. Can I get a photo of that?
Wait, no, that's a
Oh, no, that's actually okay.
No, that's a good thing. That's a go. Yeah, we don't like Arizona. We give no.
All right, I'm pissed.
He's with us. He's with us. There's got to be something in here. We can
He's with us. Ted Cruz is with us. Mr. Cruz, comments on that?
Fucking use against this scumbag.
Green helmet is retired Air Force guy. I haven't looked at him. That might be. I can't discuss the Air Force though.
Quit acting a fool, man.
Those papers are blurred, by the way. The New Yorker did that, or whoever took the video did that. But those are blurred. You can see this is in focus up here, the seal of the Senate, and then these are blurred. So good job, New Yorker.
America's a republic. Oh no, this is good stuff.
Hey, quit acting a fool.
No, this is good. This is all good. This is something's talking about good. This is
Little preview of what we saw earlier. Or the earlier was the preview.
He's a good one. Him and Lawler or whatever.
No, I'm not thinking of Zapata. Oh, what'd you do, guys? Why did you break everything? Hold on. Let's go back. Here we go.
I think Cruz would want us to do this, so
Yeah, absolutely.
I think we're good.
Okay, we got a commercial. And the commercial's gone. I think Cruz would want us to do this. We saw very briefly a duffel bag just left between two pillars. So the reporter was smart enough to take a shot of that because you don't want bags left places. Not Madero, not
Hey,
Diaz.
man. Glad to see you guys. You guys are fucking patriots. Look at this guy. He's got covered in
And there's a cop coming in as well.
blood. God bless you.
You good, sir? Do you need medical attention?
I'm good, thank you.
All right.
I got shot in the face. I got shot in the face with some kind of plastic bullet.
Shot in the face with a plastic bullet. There's Buffalo guy just standing behind.
Any chance I could get you guys to leave the Senate wing?
We will. I've been making sure they ain't disrespecting the
Hey, executive producer Rich Mack.
place.
Okay, just want to let you guys know this is like the sacredest place.
I know. Hey, no, I'm gonna take a chair because Mike Pence is a fucking traitor. I'm not one to usually take pictures of myself, but in this case, I think I'm making an exception. Hey, you and the Ray, can you take a picture for me? I'm throwing my phone.
He wants a selfie. Sacredist, I'll allow it.
Half a million people here. You want straight on? You should be stopping us. No. He's doing the right thing. He's obeying his oath.
I'm making sure you.
Yeah, the cop makes a good point. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1. What am I gonna do? Cops are trained in situations like these. When you're by yourself, don't bother, because you're not gonna win unless you want to use deadly force. And I'm just amazed that only one person was shot during this entire thing.
You guys don't do anything else.
Can I turn the volume up? Yes. It keeps going up and down though, because people are shouting. So let me pump it up just a little bit here.
Now that you've done that, can I get you guys to walk out of this room, please?
Yeah. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I would greatly appreciate it.
Hey, come on, man.
I feel
Can I get you guys to walk out of this room, please? I would greatly appreciate
like
it.
you're pushing the line.
Hey,
Come on, man.
I am.
Come on, man.
This is our capital. Let's be respectful to him.
And Buffalo Guy is writing a note.
There's 4 million people coming in, so there's a lot of control. We love you guys. We love the cops.
It's only a matter of time. Justice is coming.
Okay. You ready for
4
this?
million people are coming everywhere, all the way back to the monument of DC.
Jesus Christ! We
4 million people are coming.
invoke your name! Amen!
Let's all say a prayer in this sacred space.
Thank you, Heavenly Father, for gracing us with this opportunity. Thank you.
Let me take it back.
Thank you, Heavenly Father,
Amen.
for this opportunity to stand up for our God-given unalienable rights. Thank you, Heavenly Father, for giving the inspiration of our rights. Thank you, Heavenly
Unalienable.
Father, for giving the inspiration needed to these police officers to allow us in this building, to allow us to exercise our rights, to allow us to send a message to all the tyrants, the communists, and the globalists, that this is our nation, not theirs. That we will not allow the American way of the United States of America to go down. Thank you, divine, omniscient, omnipotent, and omnipresent Creator God, for filling this
He's the creator of God. We're not sure who he's praying to now, because he's praying to the creator of God.
chamber with your white light of love, with your white light of harmony.
Dances with Karen is bald as a billiard ball.
Thank you for filling this chamber with patriots that love you and that love
Bald as a buffalo skull.
Christ. Thank you, divine, omniscient, omnipotent, and omnipresent Creator God, for blessing each and every one of us here and now. Thank you, divine Creator God, for surrounding and filling us with your divine, omnipresent white light of love and protection, peace and harmony. Thank you for allowing the United States of America to be reborn. Thank you for allowing us to get rid of the communists, the globalists, and the traitors within our government. We love you and we thank you. In Christ's holy name we pray. Amen!
Sorry guys, the volume's all over the place. Peen in harmony, P-E-N.
We support you guys, okay? We support you guys. We support you guys, and we appreciate what you're doing. We know you're doing your job.
Oh, here they are being supportive right outside. They're throwing flags. One of them just threw the Gadsden flag. That's the don't tread on me with the snake flag. I assume that's what it is. Those are typically yellow. I didn't get a glimpse of it, but it's essentially a spear at that point. I support thee with this spear! After some of the rioters were escorted out of the building, Mogelson went to another entrance. Fuck the blue is what they're screaming. Fuck the blue. Oh. I'm gonna get demonetized on this. I know it. I mean, come on. I probably already have been. Yeah, no, it's already limited ad suitability based on what's going on in this. And I totally agree with that. And they may take this down afterwards. They shouldn't. I mean, this is political commentary and protected by fair use. And again, folks, if you miss yourself a magazine, get the New Yorker. It's a very, very good publication. And they come out with stuff like this all the time. That's very handy to know. They're one of those magazines that you're not going to see it the day of. You're not going to see it the next day. But in a couple of weeks, as we see here, they've melted this down to the essence of what happened. Really, really top-notch stuff here.
Break all the windows!
Okay, break all the windows is what he screamed. And again, I can't control the volume coming up. I don't know, fire extinguisher? I don't know what that is.
You want to run out of mace? That's the best you got! That's all you got! That's all you got! That's all you got! That's all they got! What the fuck? Let's go!
I really don't think flashbangs have any effect after one or two of them go off. Oh, what was that? Oh my god, it was a... Oh, it's just a loud... It's a noise popper. Okay.
Pussy! You fucking pussy!
That's camera equipment. That's the AP's camera equipment. You can see right there, the Associated Press. And he's hitting it with... I'm guessing this is a pride flag? It is not. I can promise you that. It just looks like a pride flag from that angle. Let's see what it is. It's an American flag, and the color seems to be off, but it could just be because it's moving so quickly and the camera the reporter's using can't pick it up. Oh. I just broke a monitor.
There you go, you won't report to me.
There's nothing wrong with being bald, guys. I don't know why that's a go-to insult for, oh, that guy's bald. He's bald. So what? There, but for the grace of genetics. You're trying to light the equipment on fire now. Boy, that's some good equipment. I'm just looking at the monitors. That tripod alone is like $230.
Anybody got like some alcohol?
Look at all this footage. See, everyone has a phone and a camera out. All of these people. This guy right here. In fact, this guy, I can't remember if they got him or not, but he's seen all over. Yeah, there. At Random Loves Bald.
Hey, everybody, CNN is hiding out behind Union Station.
I mean, less hair in the shower? Yes, please.
Oh, their headquarters is over there.
I don't know where that is though. I'm not from here.
Never having to shave? Please.
Start making a list. Put all those names down, and we start hunting them down one by one.
Start making a list, start writing it down, check it twice. Santa Claus here. This is the Mega Santa Claus.
Traitors get guillotined.
Traitors get the guillotine. He said guillotine, but...
We are at war.
No, I mean, like if I had Propecia, for instance. It's not Propecia, it's alopecia, right? Propecia is the medication for alopecia. I don't have it, as you can see. I don't think it would be the worst thing in the world. That's all. Never having to shave and it just being bald and everything. It's like, if you have to pick a condition that's not in the norm, that would be at the top of my list. Alopecia, yeah. And is Propecia the medication for it? Or am I just completely making that up in my head? Apropos of nothing. It's aproprecia, right? Aproprecia? When you have absolutely no facts in your head. All of these guys have aproprecia. No context reference whatsoever. What is this guy's got a bullhorn too. First time I've seen this guy.
No matter what, even if it kills you, remain a free man.
Die on your feet! Live on your knees!
Fuck the AK and everything else, you motherfuckers.
Mobilize in your own cities, your own counties, storm your own Capitol buildings.
Storm your own Capitol buildings, mobilize in your own cities. Propecia is medication for male pattern baldness. There isn't anything you do for alopecia, I don't think. Okay, that's right. Propecia is the bald spot thing. Yeah.
Take down every one of these corrupt motherfuckers! You fucking listen to them!
This to happen.
Again, he's telling you to take down the press.
Now we gotta change it.
Abuse us, they laugh at us, they steal our money, they fucking lock us
Hold on a second. That's Uncle Edward. We missed him at Thanksgiving.
down and then they go out and fucking gallivant. Hang on!
And fucking gallivant. They go out and fucking gallivant. Oh, the shenanigans with the gallivanting. Good job, Luke Mogelson. Nicely done. Nicely done. Good job for democracy. I don't know why I'm going orange, white, orange, white. That's just what's happening with the camera today.
You're clearly someone who takes care of
hold on.
yourself, so why wait to screen for colon cancer?
Oh, yeah. Colon guard. I know what that's for. Let's see if they got any more footage here. Okay, let's keep going, kids. How's everybody doing? Everybody having a good day? Hope so. Green Room said that they sent me a link worth watching. Let's pull this up here. All sorts of footage coming up now. Let's skip the ads. This is graphic content. This is from the Washington Post. Okay, so this is WAPO.
Walk down Pennsylvania Avenue. I love Pennsylvania Avenue. And we're going to the...
He loves Pennsylvania. Who doesn't love Pennsylvania Avenue? Yeah, alopecia. I'm not saying alopecia is a good thing. I'm just saying there are lots of people with alopecia, and it's like, oh, there's a bald guy. Okay, that's fine. And if you had to have a disease, it's a good disease to pick. If you had to have one.
Capitol. We're going to try and give them the kind
Oh, Representative Omar has alopecia? I didn't know that.
of pride and boldness that they need to take back our country.
The other thing about Trump, and this has been a problem since day one, he does not make himself clear. Trump is always open to interpretation. By the way, these are barricades coming down. This is a good distance from the Capitol. There were barricades at all the entrances to the grounds. The Trump campaign never bothered to get a permit. You can peaceably assemble on the grounds, so long as you have a permit to peaceably assemble there. You want to have a 1 million man march? Go ahead, have a 1 million man march. But with the inauguration coming up, they're like, no, we're closing this down. We're not having anybody on the Capitol grounds. We need to keep a perimeter for safety. These are people breaching that perimeter. Oh, we didn't go inside the Capitol. You're on the Capitol grounds. You're not supposed to be there. That is a crime. Oh, Trump just told him to go down to the Capitol. He didn't say go inside the Capitol building. He didn't. The president telling them to go down to the Capitol is telling them to commit a crime. This is not the building, but these barricades are there for a reason.
On January 6th, hundreds of Trump supporters stormed the Capitol complex. The insurrection was the worst breach of Capitol security since the War of 1812. The siege led to widespread vandalism. More than 50 police officers were injured and 5 people died.
50 police officers. 6 people died. The other police officer committed suicide a couple of days later. I do not know if he was one of those that was injured or not. I do not have any further information on that police officer. If somebody does, please share.
The Washington Post examined hundreds of videos, analysed publicly available maps of the Capitol complex, gathered hours of police radio, interviewed dozens of witnesses, including members of Congress.
You know, when the plane's going down or the building's on fire, is this that calm?
and reviewed official communications to reconstruct how the pandemonium unfolded and retrace the peril that lawmakers faced.
Oh.
In the crucial first hour of the attack, the mob stormed through the Capitol, at times coming within feet of lawmakers or Vice President Pence.
Yeah, I guess Vice President Pence was in the Senate chamber or wherever he was 1 minute before they actually breached the chamber.
The Post used a facial recognition algorithm to analyze video from inside the Capitol and estimated that at least 300 rioters were inside the building while police struggled to evacuate lawmakers. Members of the mob violently clashed with outnumbered police and in some instances appeared to be looking for members of Congress.
I don't know what this flag is right here. Hold on.
And in some instances appeared to be looking for members of Congress.
Oh, that's the... I do know that flag. I forget what it's called. Anyway, yeah, it's got the Roman numerals on it and writing on this. Somebody look that up. Somebody will be able to find that very quickly. So it's a circle, and I think there's Roman numerals inside the circle. 2:12 p.m.
Lawmakers in both the House and Senate chambers are meeting to certify electoral votes for President-elect Joe Biden.
To assign different electors to a state.
Outside, a man uses a police shield to smash a window. He was seen earlier that day with members of the Proud Boys, a far-right group with a history of violence.
The 3%, that's right, the 3%ers. It's got the I, the Roman numerals for 3.
A group from the crowd enters the Capitol, a floor below where the Senate is in session. A minute later, at 2:13, Pence is ushered off the Senate floor to a nearby office. Senate President Pro Tem Charles E. Grassley begins presiding, but almost immediately calls a recess.
Senate will stand in recess until the call of the chair.
We'll pause.
Protesters are in the building.
Thank you.
Grassley is escorted out of the Senate chamber.
Yeah, so the 3%ers are they're a far-right group that they're against the government. They don't want any government control or small government or whatever. I'm not even sure where the 3% comes from, but they're a wacko fringe right-wing group.
Chamber.
They're a paramilitary group. They're like the people in the militias. A lot of them are 3%ers. The tyranny, the government, all that sort of stuff.
At that moment, one floor below the Senate chamber, rioters enter and begin pursuing a lone Capitol police officer, Eugene Goodman.
Oh yeah, this is Eugene Goodman. Watch this part. This is great. If you're cleaning your bathroom right now, put the phone down and watch this part. The best part of this is Eugene Goodman. Well, we'll wait for it, but I love it. You'll see.
Up a staircase to the second floor. They are nearing the chamber, which is filled with lawmakers.
I don't know who's recording this, another police officer or what, but they don't appear to be a threat, and I'm glad they got this footage.
Second floor!
The rioters at one point pass within 100 feet of where Pence is huddled with his family.
See, down here, that's, from what I've been told, that's where you can get into the Senate. You go down here, you take a left, suddenly you're in the Senate chamber. Okay, right now they're evacuating the Senate. So what does he do? He looks, he decides, I'm going to go the other way, and he gives this just that much police brutality. He just shoves the guy to get him to follow. Let's go back to him here. So they're at the top of the stairs. He looks and he's like, oh crap, nothing is secured down there.
Watch
what he does.
100 feet of where Pence is huddled with his family.
At first he's like, I'll block the entrance. I'll be in here, but he's not stopping anybody. He knows it. So watch what Eugene does here. Just a little, hey. And what does the protester do? Ah! So the zombie, yeah, the doorway, from what I've heard as well, is between the two chairs. Again, I haven't been to the building, so this is just, and from the diagram, etc. I can't, pointing to the monitor does not help you guys. You guys are not sitting beside me, so as far as I know.
Goodman leads the mob away from a nearby entrance to the chamber and
just so great. It's got to be some kind of automatopoeia to describe that, but just a little, follow me.
toward a line of police.
He pushed him like John Mulaney. Yeah, it just gives him a John Mulaney push. I didn't know if enough people in here would get that reference, but yeah. As one does.
What's the point of stopping us at this point? What's the point of stopping us at this point? As far as it's going to go.
Go arrest the vice president. You guys can probably hear that.
Around 2:15, the doors to the Senate chamber are locked.
A bunch of senators just ran out of the session. Yep. A bunch of senators just ran out of their session. Oh, did they? That's what they said. Whoa. Yes. Senators ran out of their session. Senators ran out of the session. Yes.
Lockdowns don't work.
As the crowd grows, the mob fills the halls of the Capitol and police struggle to gain control. The rioters splinter off into different factions throughout the building. The House is still in session. Senators wait in the chamber.
Well, I kept thinking how the day before I had driven my husband to the airport to come back to Minnesota, and he said, "Now be careful, I'm worried about you. There's all this talk about what could happen." And I said, "Don't worry. The United States Capitol has got to be one of the safest places in the country."
Senator Smith texted with her family about her safety. A group of rioters move toward the northeast side of the Capitol, where officers attempt to push them out of the building.
You gotta do it from outside, sorry. You gotta do it from outside. Come on. Come on, guys.
Or completely erased from President Trump's
On the south side, the House continues proceedings even as the Senate is locked down. Representative Paul Gosar has the floor, but members are restless.
And the man who's a dentist has a difficult time with his masks.
Madam, Mr. Speaker, can I have order in the chamber?
The House will be in order.
Well, we're being invaded, so can we say that? Can we say something about that?
The House will be in order. Okay.
Please.
This is because of you, said a Democrat from Minnesota.
Police announced the attack on their radio channels.
The Capitol has been breached.
Boy, that took a long time for the police to get that across the radios.
House Majority Leader Steny Hoyer is escorted out of the chamber, and the House goes into recess. House Speaker Nancy Pelosi has already been evacuated. At 2:19, Capitol Police issue an alert on a, quote, security threat inside the building. By 2:25, the size of the mob swells in the crypt, the room right under the Capitol Rotunda, and violent rioters crush the police. At the same time, on the floor above, another lone Capitol Police officer fights to keep an entrance to the Rotunda closed, but is overpowered by the mob. Rioters stream through the now open main doors on the east side of the building.
I'm not seeing a lot of diversity in the crowd. Just not.
They flood through the rotunda and into Statuary Hall, moving toward the House chamber, where as of 2:26, representatives have resumed session.
We could
hear a lot of the noise from the rioters who were entering, and we were getting alerts on our phones about the Capitol being breached, and yet, everything was still continuing on the floor, and we couldn't understand it.
Rioters enter House Speaker Nancy Pelosi's suite. Members of Pelosi's staff hide under a table in the conference room.
Texting Mike that they're within our law. We need Capitol Police, I think, coming to the hallway. They're pounding on doors trying to find her. Yeah.
Rioters gather near the House chamber entrance.
Well, we came this far. What do you say? Drag him out! Drag him out!
Hang him out. Drag him out. We're walking through a building. We might as well murder people.
The House recesses again at 2:29. The Senate is evacuated at 2:30. Over the next several minutes, senators move out of the chamber to a nearby staircase. For security reasons, the post is not showing the specific routes lawmakers travel from there, but they pass within yards of rioters, separated only by a handful of outnumbered police.
As we were being escorted out of the chamber and walking toward the staircase, I looked over and the Senate parliamentarian, Elizabeth McDonough, was standing next to me, and she was carrying a bunch of things. She was including one or two of the boxes containing the electoral votes as they were cast.
If the electoral votes had been lost, it's fine. There's copies of all the electoral votes, being the 6 copies of them that are delivered to specific areas, including the National Registry, etc. So the governor of each state is responsible for sending those 6 copies. There's copies of them.
At 2:33, a request for assistance is announced over the police radio.
On radio, please be advised, U.S. Capitol just asked all military and sworn officers to come to the...
Team 2, copy.
83.
And the last part was the first part of the transmission.
Military as well as all sworn protesters due to a breach to the Capitol. You copy?
Copy.
Rioters flood the hallways and look for an entrance to the barricaded House chamber, while members of Congress remain on the floor and in the gallery 1 floor above.
We were just told that there has been tear gas in the rotunda, and we're being instructed to each of us get gas masks that are under our seats.
Over the next few minutes, security attempts to block the chamber doors as lawmakers and staff evacuate.
When we were evacuating, they were actually pounding on the House door. So we knew that they were there, they were pounding on the House door, and we were in the process of evacuating.
They kind of yelled at us, from below, since we were in the gallery, that there's been a breach and we might have to hide under our seats.
Plainclothes law enforcement officers on the House floor draw their firearms and aim towards the doors as rioters break windows and push against the barricade. Lawmakers and congressional staff on the House floor are evacuating via the Speaker's lobby at 2:41, just as rioters reach the lobby and come within approximately 60 feet of the lawmakers. Members of Congress file down narrow, rarely used staircases to a secure location. As the last lawmakers from the House floor leave at 2:42 p.m., the number of rioters grows around the House chamber.
Wait, what time was
Some
that?
representatives remain in the House gallery.
Sorry, I want to go back just a second here.
The number of rioters, as the last lawmakers from the House floor leave at 2:42 p.m.,
so like 12 minutes.
The number of rioters grows around the House chamber.
We just want to go inside. Oh, okay. Oh, well, if you just want to go inside, yeah, please.
Some representatives remain
Oh, Marjorie Greene had her Twitter account suspended?
in the House gallery.
You know, I called my wife. And as soon as I heard her voice, I realized, oh man, you know, am I having that call? You know, and the plane's going down or the building's on fire. Is this that call?
Officers move aside as a tactical unit is arriving, but the mob starts smashing the windows.
Okay, so this is where the terrorist gets shot and killed. This is apparently right outside the House chamber. So that's where that happened.
With flagpoles and helmets.
Yep, those are those doors. Yeah, I saw that tweet too. Marjorie Greene was saying that the Dominion, the election, all the blah, 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 blah. And so I reported it. But it was up for at least 24 minutes because that's when I reported it. But Dominion should sue her and force her to make a statement like just about everybody else that they're suing.
On the other side of the
I'll read you one of those statements if you want.
building, rioters have entered the Senate chamber. In the House chamber, members crouch in the upstairs gallery. They are unable to leave, locked in by the Capitol Police to prevent rioters from entering.
There's a gun!
Yeah, so the terrorist was shot and killed because that's right outside the House chamber, and they do not want this mob to reach the House chamber because there are still lawmakers inside that chamber. They can't evacuate.
Ashley Babbitt, a Trump supporter and Air Force veteran, tries to climb through the shattered door window. An officer fires a single shot. The shot was audible inside the House chamber, where members are soon concerned their lapel pins might identify them.
Yeah. The fuck?
Take your pins off.
Pins off.
Babbitt later died of her injuries. At 2:49, the members in the House gallery are being evacuated by Capitol Police.
We walked out of the chamber. There were five or six of the insurrectionists who were on the ground, spread eagled, with their hands above their heads, with Capitol Police around them.
The members make their way to safety.
They all have Congress people pins. So you get these special pins when you join Congress. They wear that on their lapels to identify them. You don't want those on when the right now people are going to see you in a suit or a nice dress or whatever. There's going to be questions, but you could just claim that you're a staffer for a Republican or whatever. But if you have those lapel pins, you're a member,
the last of the
and therefore the enemy in this case, a treasonist.
Large groups of lawmakers to do so, descending down a staircase in this photograph at 2:53. Over the next several hours,
what is? See this guy? Oh, that's a laptop, but it looks like he's got a CD there. This guy's got no, that's a gas mask. This guy's got his phone out. Several people are on their phone. They're being accompanied by police officers.
Case in this photograph at 2:53. Over the next several hours, police worked to secure the building, dispersing the crowd using stun grenades and other riot control tactics. The governors of Maryland and Virginia dispatched National Guard troops. At one point, Trump, in a video message, urged his followers to go home, telling
"We love you. You're very special."
them he loves them and calling them very special.
Yeah.
The Senate gavelled back into session at 8:06 to confirm Joe Biden as president-elect.
Today was a dark day in the history of the United States Capitol.
Yes, it was. Well done, Washington Post. Oh, wow. Wowee. Okay. So this, if you're watching this live, if you're watching this delayed, I'm surprised actually, because I think at some point we're going to get taken down because of content or, the imagery of people getting shot and stuff like that. They might take this stream down. We are doing commentary on this. This is fair use within the public spectrum. So my commentary, their commentary, just in case somebody's reviewing this at some point. But I just wanted to see that, and I wanted you guys to share on that as well. Let me see if anybody else has sent me some DMs. Let's see. We got that one already. After the commercial, there's 12 more minutes in the New Yorker video. Are there? Hold on. Let's go back to the New Yorker video, guys. Nope, that's colon cancer. I guess I gotta play it.
Because when caught in early stages, it's more...
Now we can skip the ad. There's 4 minutes here, so let's go back. Okay, thank you for letting me know. Who said that? Ruth Ann, thank you for letting me know. I don't know if this is the same video we saw or more, but Ruth Ann said to go back. Yeah, New Yorker. It's on YouTube as well. What else is on YouTube? Oh, and there's also a Mike Lindell video, either from, it's from Right Side Broadcasting. It's either on YouTube or Rumble. We'll find it if you guys want to watch that.
I was intellectually prepared for something like this to happen. And yet it was shocking to see. Anytime something like this happens, the response you tend to get from your standard politician is...
Well, CNN has their own broadcast rates. I'm broadcasting over YouTube, so CNN can show whatever they want.
This is a shocking aberration. This is not who we are.
The scenes of chaos at the Capitol do not reflect a true America, do not represent who we are.
The problem with that is that, of course, the events of today represent an America that we know of. It's happening right now in America. It makes us pretend that history can only progress in one direction, that we just sort of have to wait for the tough things to pass and our glorious future will be there to greet us, which blinds us to the fact that we have really put ourselves in a terrible predicament, in large part because of social media. All the big social networks are...
Yeah, frickin' social media. That reminds me, go ahead and make sure you follow, like, subscribe. You can also send me money with right here or go to kevinleefather.com. But yeah, like he was saying, social media.
fundamentally built around inciting emotional engagement. And that can be fear, rage, lust, xenophobia. It could also be humor and nostalgia and those kind of nice things, but it's just easier to make people scared than it is to make them feel warm and fuzzy. These are the only things that the algorithms can measure. They don't know how to measure for truth or civic virtue or the inherent quality of an image or something like that. So they very quickly become this competition to tap into people's basest emotions.
And you have Republican candidates repeating that the Democrats are evil over and over and over again.
Fake news no more.
What you'll see in the wake of this is what you see in the wake of every...
That camera's 150 grand.
High-profile disturbance or tragedy, which is you'll see all the platforms making a few very visible decisions to ban this or that person or this or that account. And that may be good, that may be better than nothing, but they're not changing their fundamental underlying structures. They're not changing their incentive. They're not changing their business model. So it's just window dressing. When you hear someone like Joe Biden trying to call us to our better instincts, trying to paint a more optimistic picture of human nature, I think that there's a lot about that is defensible. I don't think that the only way to respond to that is to say, no, you're naive, you're whitewashing history. Of course, this is who we are. I think either form of that essentialism and determinism in a way is kind of missing the point, or at least is far too reductive. It's actually convenient for people like politicians and social media companies to bandy about kind of half-baked notions of human nature so that they can use those notions of human nature to support whatever they were inclined to do in the first place. You can say, well, I won an election, so I have a national mandate, so that's who we are. Or I run a social media platform, so I want us to be able to express ourselves because that's who we are. It's much harder for someone who's running a social media platform to talk about a social media platform to...
There's a fuck Biden flag in there. Japanese flag. I don't know why. Send Joe to jail. Stop the steal. Alaska for Trump. Lots of Gadsden flags in there. There's a yellow flag with 3 red stripes on it. I don't know what that is. Another Gadsden, Gadsden, Gadsden. Those are the don't tread on me with the snake. Second Amendment flags. Look at the crowd goes all the way back here. Then on the Capitol. It is the biggest crowd of morons in Washington, D.C. history, period. Oh, sorry, the Korean flag. That's not a Japanese flag. The Japanese flag is a rising sun. Thank you. Thank you, Producer Joanna, and thank you to whoever else said that. Producer. See, the producers, the executive producers know what's going down here. Yeah, no, sorry. You're absolutely right. Those are South Korean flags. Somebody can double check that and make sure that this is not some weird knockoff of a South Korean flag as well. But yes, you're absolutely right. Japan has the rising sun. What else is going on in here? I think that's enough about that. And you can see everybody here is Antifa dressed up as Trumpers.
It's much harder for someone who's running a social media platform to talk about improving the material and structural and psychological conditions in the lives of their users and how you can make it less likely that those conditions will lead people to fear and destruction and violence and xenophobia and all the rest of it. That's a much tougher...
Kids, don't be afraid of Zima. It will not turn you gay. Just saying.
Multi-layered problem. It's much easier to say, well, I believe in people and I'm optimistic that they're better than this, right? Because that lets you off the hook. The long arc of history doesn't just bend itself. We have to do the work of bending it.
And why do I say that? Because it's a systemic problem in the United States.
She called these Americans every name in the book: racist, sexist, xenophobic, Islamophobic.
Again, don't be afraid of Zima. It's just a malt beverage. You don't know, Libby, do you seriously not know what Zima is? Hold on. Is there more of that? I think that's the end of that. I don't know about another 12 minutes, but thank you for that information, Ruth Ann. This is what Zima is. Hold on. Zima. Let's watch a Zima commercial. There's going to be Zima commercials. Commercial 1993. That's about right. That was about right.
So this guy sits down, he goes, nice bottle. Very, what is it? Zima. Beer? No, something different. Wine cooler. Not so sweet. Try a zip. Zip? What's it?
Try a zip of Zima.
Yes, it's a bit.
Okay, so that was Zima. It came in this nice bottle. It's still out there. This is, let me get rid of this. See if I can bring you up an image of what I'm going to talk to. I was at Gross Out. Some people call it Grocery Outlet. This is where groceries go to die. Like Iron Man 3 cereal eventually ends up 8 months after the movie's out of the theaters. It ends up at Grocery Outlet. It's that type of grocery store. And I've been lucky enough to live near them quite frequently. And I was just at one this morning. Why? Because I can buy yogurt there for 39 cents. That's why. So Gross Out, I walked into Gross Out one day in Kenmore, Washington. They had, let's see if they ever made a commercial for it. No, they sure didn't. Let's see if I can actually find it. Search Google for it and see if anybody... Here it is. Somebody's selling hard green apple cider. Zima had triple X hard green apple cider. Let's see if I can find an actual image of it for you guys. They had that available. No one ever bothered to take a picture. Oh, here it is. This is what it looked like. No, that's Smirnoff Ice. That's not even it. So it doesn't exist anywhere except in my head. But there was, at one point, hard green apple Zima available from grocery outlet for 25 cents. And I bought one thinking like, what the hell? I do love green apple. It basically tasted like a Jolly Rancher. So I went back and I bought like 20 of them. So at 25 cents a piece, which is probably the cheapest alcohol you will ever find anywhere. And it was delicious. What else? Oh yeah, let's check in on the Right Side Broadcasting interview on Rumble. Rumble and Telegram seem to be taking over for the right wing. So if you want to go look at the right wingers, Parler, I don't know if Parler's back up yet or not. Let's find out. Parler is Parler.com. Go ahead. Nope, it's Wikipedia. I just want to go to Parler.com. Is it there? Stop it. Parler.com. And nope. So they're dead right now. Parler is still down. John Matz, or Matzy, whatever his name is. I've seen him. I was listening to an interview with him a couple of days ago. And he said, and they're just taking down $1 billion company, or $500 million. And I thought, $1 billion? How is Parler worth $1 billion or $500 million? Well, just, that's what we've been valued at. $1 billion or $500 million. That's a whole lot of difference. And as CEO of a company, is it really responsible to say your valuations range from $500 million to $1 billion? It's a $500 million. Oh, good night, Barbara. Thanks for joining us. Ian just said Zima. I can agree. Judges? Yeah. The judges agree. Zima. I don't know how to make this full screen. Let's see. Oh, there it is. This is Brian Glenn of the Right Side Broadcasting Network.
Now via Zoom. Mike, I know one question everyone has on their mind right now. Why was the MyPillow guy at the White House visiting our president?
I know.
About 8-9 days ago, as you know, I've been looking down every hole of election fraud since November 4th. And about 8 or 9 days ago, this proof came out, 100% footprints from the machines, the machine fraud. And it went all over the internet just for about this company released it, this media outlet released it. It went out there for about, maybe 15 minutes, and everybody got their Facebook shut down. This stuff got deleted off the internet. They got their whole website shut down. So I wanted to give it to the president and say, hey, this is it. This shows that.
This guy, by the way, was at the White House on Friday saying we need to put Kash Patel in charge of the CIA and we need to go to martial law. Just so you know, the U.S. has no definition of what martial law is. We just don't. You can deploy the military by using the Insurrection Act. Otherwise, the military has to be asked for by the states. But we don't really have a definition of what martial law is. So declaring martial law is not a thing in this country. And it shouldn't be.
Joe Biden lost 79 million votes for Donald Trump and 68 million for Joe Biden. And I wanted to get it to the president.
What was his reaction when you presented this information to him? Obviously, this is something that you've been talking about,
by the way,
for a long time. It's such as
whatever Mike Lindell is talking about that was only up for 15 minutes and then Facebook shut it down. First off, there are multiple platforms, including Telegram, etc., and Parler was up at that time too. So it's just nonsense.
Some other media outlets as well. But what was his reaction to it?
Well, I just had a sampling of it because that's all they put out there. But I said, I've talked to the guy. This is real. I said, it's got the IP address of the...
In case you don't know who Kash Patel is, there he is. There's the guy they want in charge of the CIA. I'm not even going to comment. That guy. I want to put him in charge of the CIA.
Of where the computer that it came out of, it also has the latitude and longitude, like over in China, where this went over there and came back, and it shows the number of votes flipped. And he was very intrigued looking at it. He he goes, and then when I told him he really won by, this, he goes, yeah, it's like we all knew that, right?
So walk me through the rest of the day when the lawyers escorted you.
So the president thinks he won by 10 million votes because the My Pillow guy shared a meme with him.
Upstairs. What happened at that point?
Yeah. Well, actually, it was the security advisor, Robert O'Brien. He brings me upstairs, and the president said, "Bring him up to lawyers. Let's talk. Show him this, and then come back down." And so I get back up there, and I wait in this little room, and then they come out and they said, "We got to bring you back downstairs." They bring me back downstairs, and I get down there, and I wait about 10 minutes, and the gal comes down, and she says, "Oh, it's going to be about 2 hours, and it's basically we're not going to have time to look."
This is a story about waiting? They interviewed Mike Lindell about waiting?
Look at this, and I said, "No, the president told me I would to go up there and come back and tell him, that."
This is the kind of story that you tell after you're in a relationship for 6 months. Like, just to keep talking. It's important to communicate with your relationship. So this kind of, how was it at the doctor's office? What do they say? Well, I get there, and there's like 8 people in the waiting room. Why do I make an appointment if I'm going to show up and it's going to be a 45-minute wait? So after a half an hour, because they have that little sign, if you've been here for a half an hour and you haven't been seen, please let us know. I go up, and the lady's like, "Yes, we're aware right now. We're understaffed." Well, why are you understaffed? Right now, Mike Lindell is having that conversation, and we're watching it
to get their opinion on this. And so I said, "You just tell the lawyers I'll wait them out," And so that's when I went outside the White House, actually, out there to make a phone call, and that's when all the media hit with these pictures.
Yes.
That I had the stuff in my hand, which
Yes.
I was now bringing up to the lawyers because the president just briefly looked at the stuff, and because an attorney had given me papers too to bring to him. I get stuff all the time of people, "Hey, can you bring him this? Can you bring him this?" And finally, I had this meeting.
So if you want the ears and the eyes of the President of the United States, the man with the nuclear buttons, go ahead and give it to the My Pillow guy. What is happening?
Well, I went back upstairs then. She came down about 25 minutes later, so it wasn't 2 hours magically. And I went back upstairs.
Oh, it wasn't 2 hours. Okay, thank God.
And I sat down with these guys, the two, and the one lawyer, he's kind of just all upset with me. He goes, "You got a little boisterous in the lobby there telling, because," and I said, "Well, you guys, you were trying to push me off. I need, this is serious."
Yeah.
And the guy goes, "Well, this is a matter of national security." And I said, "Yeah." And he said, "Well, you can sit down with these two."
Is this a matter of national security, My Pillow guy?
2 guys. It was a gal and a guy. Sit down with them.
Hold on. There was a gal and a guy? That's 2 people. That checks out. So far, his story is...
And I show him all this. I show him.
Yeah.
Look at this. You can see who did it on their computer, how many votes were flipped. And in fact, I put a page of this out over the internet.
And what about the hand recounts, Mike? How come the hand recounts didn't get flipped?
Yesterday. Well,
oh, you did?
This is just a sample. I said there's thousands of pages, and they're looking at it like, "Okay, are you done talking now?" And I'm going, "Okay, any comments or questions?" And they're all going, "Yeah, we can get back to you on this. We'll check into this." But it was like, "What do you mean you'll check into this? This is an attack on our country by China and other countries that did this to us." And I said, "This isn't," I told the one person, said, "This isn't even about Donald Trump anymore." I said, "This is about, elections going forward. If our whole country isn't stolen from us now, that we can never have machines that use..."
Wait, did he just say isn't stole from us?
Elections going forward, if our whole country isn't stolen from us now.
Isn't stole from us. If our whole country isn't stole from us now. Our country's broke. Okay, people? Our country is broke.
That we can never have machines that use internet and where you can switch them in hyperspace or in cyberspace. And they still looked at me with these blank looks on their face.
Yeah.
Like, okay.
I bet, though, he knows the difference between the Japanese flag and the South Korean flag. I bet he never makes that mistake.
Okay.
You know who wouldn't make that mistake? Hal Sparks.
And I get up, and they said, well, we'll bring you back downstairs. And as she's bringing me down, I said, no, the president said, you know, to come back in there. And she said,
yeah, the president said to come back in there. He said, come back in there right now. Our country's broke. Someone broke in our country and stole it. So you need to be right back. What? I can't even.
No, I don't think so. And I said, well, I'm going to wait here. I want you to at least check with them.
I bet good money, which I don't have. I bet somebody else's good money. Let's say Eve's good money. That Mike Lindell is hyper leveraged. There's just no way that this guy who had the cure for the coronavirus, remember his conversation with Mr. Anderson on CNN, there's no way that this guy has himself a multi-billion-dollar pillow company that's legit. Somewhere along the way, the numbers are being cooked.
And she went in there and came back out. She went in, not into obviously the Oval Office, but went in. She said, no, the guy that called you, he said, you're done.
That I bet $10. I have no evidence of this, by the way, but you know, who needs evidence anymore?
You're all done. So I left there with like a deflating feeling, and then all the stuff comes out on the internet because they took pictures outside. Mike Lindell wants this, Mike Lindell wants that. Yeah. No, Mike Lindell wants the truth to be told to everyone in this country and everyone in the world to show that this was the biggest election fraud and theft in the history of the world, as far as I'm concerned. When a person wins 79 million to 68 million, and you flip that to where this other guy that you can prove, and it's not.
Okay, but that doesn't add up. You understand? 79 and 68 don't add up to the total numbers cast. There's nothing to flip. We have paper records of 95% of the votes in this country now. And all of the states that are in question, the swing states, all of the ones that the Republicans have been contesting, those states all have 100% paper records. So nothing had to be flipped by Dominion.
It's not even Democrat, Republican here. Everybody needs to know the truth. If I'm a Democrat and I voted for my guy, I want to know that he really won. You know, why are they hiding this? This has been a frustration since November 4th. Why are they hiding this?
Why are they hiding something that doesn't exist?
And it's not like I'm some guy going out there and going.
It is. You are some guy. You're literally the My Pillow guy. I'm not just some guy.
Oh, you know what? I read something on the internet. No,
That's literally what you've been talking about now for 4 minutes. You're also the guy complaining about having to wait and go upstairs and downstairs and outside, and you sat between two people, one female and one male. Someone should check that out. You know who sometimes has a female and a male? Antifa.
I have spent millions of dollars, my time from the November 4th, every single day, going out and supporting experts to go dig up evidence, supporting lawyers.
Okay, but it's a little bit late. Maybe you should have spent some of that money before the election, getting people to vote.
That are out there supporting these guys in Georgia that had the machine that checked the ballots to see if the paper's real. We find out that they were all made in China, and then we got videotape of a crew I hired, videotaping them shredding all the ballots and made in China and invoiced from China. These were, I just can't understand how right in front of you got a, hey, here's a hand. They go, no, that's not a hand. I go, yes, it's a hand. No, that's not a hand. I mean, it's one thing.
Who is telling you that's not a hand, Mike?
After another, but here is something that's critical to the rest of any voting election in history are these machines.
Here's my thinking on pillows. It's hard to have a bad pillow. I mean, literally. A hard pillow is a bad pillow, but we all like different kinds of pillows. My favorite pillow is a Sabakawa pillow. It's like this grain that's filled and it's heavy. I put it over my face sometimes. It's cool. It's grainy. It makes noise. It's crunchy. I love it. Whereas other people want a good stiff pillow, nice foam. Some people want the memory foam. So yeah, someone's going to like that pillow. Someone's not going to like the pillow.
They're corrupt. They built them to cheat. And now we have that what we were waiting for before, when none of the lawyers would give us, or none of the judges would give
He has an F rating with the Better Business Bureau, by the way.
us the machines to look in them. Well, we found this guy that actually has inside, here's all the prints that, you know, and for every single vote made through those machines, he's got a.
We found this guy who has this thing, and inside, you know, with all of the things right there. I think we picked the wrong president, people.
Footprint, where it came, when it went out, and then all these dumps. It's just terrible.
So I know, Mike, a lot of people watching this right now are asking, their next question is, what can we do? Where do we go from here if you're getting so much resistance at the top level of our government? Then where else can we turn to? Who's going to answer these questions for us?
I mean, it's over.
You know, I've been to the point. Well, I will say this.
Oh, yeah.
God's got his hand in all this, and all this stuff will be revealed. And the longer it goes on, you're finding more and more of the rats that pop their heads up, the evil. So when it does all get exposed, there's going to be so much that we know that we have found out about.
And remember, he was telling Anderson Cooper that oleander medication that he had was going to be approved by the FDA. It was not.
People in politics on both sides who, you know, who's evil, who's not, who's got their own agenda, who doesn't. You're finding out.
Everyone has their own agenda.
I think the whole America and the world is finding out what they've done. Look what they've done to suppress our president's voice. He's hidden from us. And all of people like myself, they've attacked my company. I have 2,000 jobs that are careers. They've attacked companies that I work with that have dropped me now because
there are 1,500 TV stations in the United States, probably close to 50,000 radio stations. The president could call up 1,000 television stations right now, and they would put him on the air. With the possible exception, I don't know if CNN would put him on the air live. They probably would. I mean, that would be a coup in itself, right? A ratings coup. But he has a standing offer from Fox and Friends. He could have been on any of the talk shows, the Sunday morning talk shows this morning. He's choosing not to. Nobody is silencing the president.
Because they, you know, they're trying to cancel me out. They're trying to cancel companies now. Churches, friends of mine that have churches that back the president, that said good things. They've just been, you know, attacked right now. And I told the president, think what's going to happen if we let this inauguration, if this goes through, all these people that supported our great president for all the great things he did, and these guys are attacking them. You know, it's just, I can't even imagine, you know, and what would be to come. And, but, you know, it's.
But I thought God controlled everything, so why are you bothering? Right? I mean, God's going to say, whatever's going to happen is God's will. That's what you just said. So sit back. Amen, brother. Inshallah. God's will. So you don't have to trouble yourself.
Shows when you've got platforms like Mark Zuckerberg, or I call him Suckerbuck from Facebook, and Jack Dorsey.
He calls him Suckerbuck. He calls the My Pillow guy calls Mark Zuckerberg Suckerbuck. The guy who's been sued because his advertising is false, he calls Mike Zuckerberg the guy with the F rating from the Better Business Bureau, the guy who was selling snake oil and saying it was a cure for the coronavirus, and the FDA turned it down, but he claimed that it was a study and it's all political. Zuckerberg.
See, these guys for their own personal agendas, such evil that they, you know, my own Twitter for 3 days, they had somebody else running it.
I don't know what this is behind him on the wall. Is this like an old-timey intercom and that's the speaker for it? What is happening? Whose couch is this? And there's a couch and then another seat next to it, and there's supposed to be a man and a woman, one male, one female. I don't know where he is or what is happening with this. What is this? Does anybody know what this is?
From the inside, they had took it off Twitter, but I couldn't even take myself down, and somebody else was running it. They were tagging my post. It wasn't even me. Twitter was doing that.
What?
That's how corrupt these things are. Now, yesterday it got put up again when the story went all around the world. For some reason, they put it up again for about 2 hours. So I was able to quick post some of that evidence, and it's sitting there. I took a screenshot of it and put it up there, and then they, of course, they took it down again. You know.
What are you
Let's talk about real quickly. You were outside for a moment, and some photographers were able to get, I guess, some close-up snapshots of one of your folders.
Some toddlers?
And I guess the rumor was one of them said Insurrection Act or martial.
A guy and a gal, yeah.
Martial law. You want to explain that for us real quickly?
Well, I walked out there, and like I said, I have 4 pages that I brought to the president, which was that evidence that for the big machine switch, and there was 2 pages from an attorney. Of all different attorneys bring me stuff, and they have suggestions to help the American people, and so that happened to be on the top. And what it said there is just stuff here. If you give him this, here's all his options he could do. Basically, it laid out all the options. It didn't say to do this. It was from an attorney saying, here's legally what he could do here, here, and here. One of the things the president really liked on there was Google, Facebook, Twitter. It said on there he has the authority to order them to put everybody's back intact in their Facebooks, their Twitters back, because I told him, I said, my friends...
He does not have that authority.
...have lost their platforms that they rely on their livings. There's people that have podcasts that's their whole living. They built them up, and he turned to that Robert O'Brien and said, well, yeah, we could do this. And he goes, no, that would...
Robert O'Brien is the National Security Advisor for South Korea.
That would really upset people, the left. I mean, upset the left. I mean, what do you mean upset the left? How would they like to get suppressed? Nobody wants to. I have people that are on the left that can't communicate with people. They don't even know what's going on.
Wow.
It's very sad. But they took that picture outside, and
this is sad. He is correct.
And there was about 100 media people just came running, and I didn't say a thing. They're out there snapping pictures. I said, they go, Mike, can you tell us why we're here? And I go, you know what? You guys, I'm sure you guys will write something really nice.
Yeah. Hey, let's talk about this. Yeah, they are like piranhas. Let's talk about the state of D.C. right now. I'm currently in D.C. A lot of people, there was so much speculation. Why is there so much military here? Why is there so much barricades? I feel like now this is the biggest kabuki theater I've ever seen as far as a security presence in a city. I feel like this is the safest city in America right now. But I can only think that this is not because of a Joe Biden inauguration. There will be 3 people.
This is not what kabuki theater is either. You're not using that in the right context at all. Kabuki theater, as many of you know, is one of the cultural icons from South Korea.
People and a dog at that inauguration. But what is your sense of the presence?
Wait, what do you say about a dog? There's a dog at the inauguration?
As a security presence in a city.
Yeah.
I feel like this is the safest city in America right now. But I can only think that this is not because of a Joe Biden inauguration. There will be 3 people and a dog at that inauguration.
Awesome. I want a dog at the inauguration. I was going to watch. Now I'm going to watch if there's going to be a dog there. Is he a good boy? Does he do tricks?
But what is your sense of the presence of the military here? Is it a bit over the top, or are they just taking precautions to what could happen when they look back at what happened on January?
Oh, that is true, actually. Just to fact check that, the judges just notified me. Yes, there will be a number of people and a dog there. Ivanka has announced she will attend.
6.
I don't understand it.
What? Something Mike Lindell doesn't understand?
There's like 3 people and every other person's a military guy,
There's 3 people and every other person's a military. What? I don't know why that's funny. You're right, Green Room. I should give Ivanka some clearance. I will give Ivanka some clearance. She's going to have to apply 42 times just to get it right on the application.
And Yeah, it's definitely the safest city. I don't understand it. If it is all theatrics, I don't.
It's not, because about a week and a half ago, people stormed the Capitol. We were just watching that. Did you not? Was that not on whatever platform you've been banned from that you're not watching anymore?
No. You know, we've all had our prayers going, gee, maybe something's going to be done, you know, that this president, well, you know, will say, hey, we've been...
That's like the worst prayer. Please, Lord, I hope something will be done that our president, you know, would
attacked by another country, because we have. Our country's been under attack for a long time.
And I think that's what people are thinking, Mike. I think people are hoping that this military presence is a response to what you just said.
That's exactly where the...
What the hell did he just say? You know?
Hope, that's where my hope lies. Now everyone says to me, well, did you ask the president? No, I didn't ask the president. They were giving me 5 minutes. I mean, I can't just go in there and say, hey, how's it going? Hey, what do you think you're going to do? And there was no time to ask that. I was giving him, as an American citizen, information, because it seems like none of his people out there brought the evidence up to they just kept saying there's evidence that they didn't show the people.
Mm-hmm.
And by the time they shut everything down, it's too late. Everybody heard about the Italy affidavit, right? I mean, this guy, that's true.
No, what Italy affidavit? What is he does somebody know what he's talking about with the Italy affidavit?
These are things that I've also looked into. That's 100% true. I'm going, so why wouldn't we put that up?
Well, hold on a second here. Let's find out what he's talking about with the Italy affidavit. Maybe the idiot affidavit? If he's talking about Melissa hold on. Italy affidavit. I should probably spell it after David. Election. So it's a thing. Okay. Hold on. This is from Reuters. Fact check. Evidence disproves claims of Italian conspiracy to meddle in the U.S. election, known as Italygate. It is not. Let's see. No video of it. What is Italygate? The theory took off when an organization called Nations and Alliance published a press release on January 6 with the headline, Senior IT expert on global defense contractor testifies in Italian federal court. He and others switched votes throughout America in the U.S. presidential race. According to the website, Nations in Action is based in Sarasota, Florida, and was established in 2017. Okay. Let's find out. Some social media posts include an alleged affidavit that carried the signature of Alfia de Russo and stated that D'Elia has been charged by the public prosecutor of Naples for technology. Reuters was not able to independently confirm the document's authenticity. One guy and another guy claimed that neither he nor D'Elia has ever heard of Alfia de Russo. No, Reuters, I can't say anything today, has not been able to verify any of that. There have been similar theories in past elections as well. Verdict false. There's no illegitimate evidence that an employee of the Italian defense company, Leonardo SPA, interfered with the 2020 U.S. presidential election. Okay, so that was the Italy conspiracy that the pillow guy checked out. It's all true.
This guy admitted he did it, and he's from another country, and everybody knows about it. So
and he doesn't exist.
It's a frustration of 80 million people or 100 million. They say now it's close to 7.
That's probably true. All of it. You guys are very funny.
70 million or 70% of the people believe this was a fraudulent election. I 100% know. This is why I know, and I give people confidence.
Yeah, but that's all in the pasta.
I believe there's no statute of limitations on something that happened like this. This is a crime against humanity, against our country, against all people in this world. Whether I don't care what side of politics you're on. When this comes out, and it will. That's one thing.
Yeah, just like Spygate, and Obama's in jail now. Just you wait, libtard.
God show me.
It's always just you wait.
It's going to come out. And when it does, where do all the chips fall? You can't have an
I want chips. I'm hungry. I haven't had lunch yet. Does anybody have chips?
illegitimate president in there that even if, they're going to go, sorry.
By the way, Trader Joe's truffle chips? Damn right.
What do we do? You have a new election with paper ballots.
Did he say the Statue of Limitations? I don't even know. Let's hear that.
Against all people in this world, whether I don't care what side of politics you're on. When this comes out, and it will. That's one thing that God showed me. It's going to come out, and when it does,
oh, God showed it to him.
Where do all the chips fall? You can't have an illegitimate president in there that even if they're going to go, sorry, what do we do? You have a new election with paper ballots, and because you can never use machines again ever. My prayer is that there's 5 cases before the Supreme Court.
Congratulations, Michelle, on being first.
Court.
Yeah, truffle chips. Super good.
Now, we've been waiting on them. If they look at the evidence that I've seen,
yeah,
it is so black and white that the Supreme Court justices are going to vote 9-0 and say, this is a
just like the FDA. Just like the FDA approved his drug.
Attack against our country. And all of them should vote, it should be 9-0. Now, if you had that kind of a statement from the Supreme Court, now you got to all sit back and go,
okay, but we don't. We don't have that statement from the Supreme Court because it doesn't exist.
Hey, if there's an attack on our country, we all need to revote or do something because it's an anomaly. And I don't know what the answers are. Now, this lawyer gave bullet by bullet of what legally the president could do, what legal things he could do or what his options were. Because I think a lot of these options, I'm telling you
and
right
that
now,
they are not doing any further testing
around
because
him in that White House. They don't give.
This is his interview with Anderson Cooper. You remember this from a few months back. So Mike Lindell got offered to be on the board of a company that was producing some sort of medication from oleander, which is a poison that he was saying that was going to cure coronavirus, and he was giving it to his friends and telling Anderson that this drug was going to be approved by the FDA, and he'd seen this study and it was safe for everybody. It was a study on cancer patients, and Anderson was pushing back. That's not true. There is no study, et cetera, et cetera. And then he started calling Anderson. First he was calling him Anderson. Then when he got a little bit riled, he started calling him Mr. Anderson. Keep in mind that Mr. Anderson is from The Matrix, and this gentleman here is actually Mr. Cooper. Anderson Cooper is his last name.
And that they are not doing any further testing because there's a lot more important things for them to be looking at.
No, the FDA has gotten everything from the company. They've gotten everything. Tests you don't get to see right now because you're not the FDA, Mr. Anderson. When it comes out, when the FDA gives us the IND.
And Anderson doesn't say anything. Keeps getting called Mr. Anderson, but doesn't say anything about it.
I'm going to ask you this.
Yeah, you got to see. You got to see a study, but you don't remember anything about it. You don't remember who did it. You don't remember was there a control group.
What do you think I'm on here for? If you knew yourself
you think that just by coming on and getting this name.
I think the thing on his face is something caused by the oleander, like an allergic reaction to it. I think it's just the feed coming in.
Out there for this unproven thing, desperate people.
Why are you trying to discredit a thing that works? Why, when we have such a great president that brings all private sector companies into this and to reach out for all solutions?
Because you're a snake oil salesman telling people take this product. You're desperate. You're desperate. I'm not calling you names.
You're calling me names, Mr. Anderson. You're calling me names, Mr. Anderson.
I'm praying for you. I don't call you names, Mr. Anderson.
I don't call you names, Mr. Anderson.
I don't call you names. I don't call your network names. Why are you attacking me? I just want to help people
because you are telling people who are desperate to take something that is unproven.
No, I didn't tell them.
Oh my God! Look at how many deaths at the time. 170,000. Oh, we were so quaint back then.
Potentially dangerous, and you have no evidence to back it up. It's kind of morally bankrupt.
The only thing I've done is I've given it to my friends and family to save their lives, and I'm not telling you to take anything. I'm telling you when the FDA approves it.
You want to get it on shelves for people to take.
No, when the FDA approves this, it's going to save millions of lives, and we just hope it gets out there fast, that they get the approval done for the IND. I just want to see people save lives.
Spoiler alert, the FDA did not approve it.
Give him all the options, and I know that back from one of the attorneys I worked with that I've helped out is Sidney Powell, and she's been, she was.
That's Ms. Sidney to you.
Yeah, everyone knows she was in there, and these attorneys that she got in an argument with, and Robert O'Brien, get in an argument with them, going, "You guys don't get it. This is an attack on our country." And they labeled her a conspiracy theory, or,
Yeah, is the volume all wacky? Sorry, guys. The volume. I hear things differently than what's being put out through the stream, so I apologize. Sometimes it gets out of hand if I'm not paying attention to it.
Theory, conspiracy theory.
Yeah,
well, that's wrong. And I can tell everybody, I'm not relying on Sidney. I'm not relying on General Flynn, who I talked.
Yeah, there you go. Bave explains oleander side effects cause impaired voice volume control.
All the time. I'm not relying on all these other people. I'm relying on what I personally seen with my own eyes. I look at deviations every single day, thousands and thousands of radio stations and TV. If I see a TV station do one,
I look at deviations every day, thousands of radio stations and TV.
$1,000, and normally it does $200. I go, why did that happen? I don't just go, oh, good day. I find out why it happened, who did it, how it happened.
Oh, he's talking about his ads. Where make sure you go to mypillow.com/radio.
And I find out why the deviation happened. So what I've done for all these weeks and months now is went down these everything. Is this truth or true or false? And I find out the hard evidence. Well, when this thing came out about 2 weeks ago.
So he's broken the code of the Italian-run election because he sells pillows.
It's been around, but nobody, obviously, they've suppressed it. And when it came out, I'm going, wow, finally, the president can show the public, here we have an attack on another country to our nation. And whether the left...
An attack on our country to another nation.
...was behind it or not. I mean, we all believe that there was a lot of other cheating going on, which I know that's factual too. Here's what really, I want to say one more thing here about this.
Okay.
Sure.
Yeah.
If you got like Georgia, the president got on that call with that crooked Secretary of State down there. And I can say that because he is. There's something crooked.
Okay.
There's something wrong there.
Okay.
He gets on the phone, and let's just take the
I know it's a fact because it is.
Machine fraud out for a second.
Okay.
Now let's talk about what the president said. Well, we have a list here. I don't know. I pick a number. 8,000 dead people voted. Prove it. We got these numbers. Let's say.
And they did.
8,000 people underage voted.
Not true.
8,000 people that don't live there. I'm just throwing numbers out there. 10,000.
Yeah, you are. Exactly. And that's what the president's lawyers have been doing.
Now, any two of them.
And they've been rejected from over 60 court cases.
Is higher than the 11,730 votes that he lost Georgia by. So he says this to the Secretary of State. We all heard it around the country. And he says, well, those numbers are wrong. And the president says, well, what are the numbers and where did we get these numbers? He asked his guy, and the guy goes, we got them from the Secretary of State's office. And he goes,
no, that's not what happened on the call.
We got them from you guys. And the guy goes, well, They're still wrong. He goes, well, when can we get the true numbers? And he goes, and then Donald Trump's guy says, he goes, we've been trying to get them for 2 months, sir. They won't give them to us.
No, that was the Georgia Secretary of State's office. He saying, we keep asking you for the information you have, that because everything we've been sent from you, there's a lawsuit going on, by the way. The Trump campaign is suing the Secretary of State's office in Georgia. So they are exchanging information, but it was the Secretary of State's lawyers saying, we've been waiting for this evidence you say you have. No one sent it in.
And then the president says, can we look at Fulton County?
This guy just has basic comprehension issues.
No, you can't. This is beyond belief. It's like that. There's a movie.
Fulton County's been counted twice, 3 times. Sorry, my bad.
He's playing cards with this.
Fulton County is the county in South Korea with the capital.
Guy, I think it's Big Daddy or something. and they're playing a game, and the guy's got a 2, a 4, a 6, a 5, and a jack. The other guy's got a full house. He says, I win. I got a full house. He goes, no, I win. He shows his hand. He goes, no, my hand beats yours. He goes, no, I win. You know, no, I win. I mean, it's beyond comprehension. And they use media.
He's using the big daddy argument?
Media to brainwash everyone in this country.
I don't know what brainwashing is.
To their narrative. And that's what happened to us. We were, but like I say, you can't hide this. I don't care how much they corrupt the media. I don't know, how, you know, and take away our platforms. There's 100 million people here that know that our nation's been stolen.
Mike,
where are these 100 million people? Where's he coming up with 100 million?
Let's talk about your business real quickly. Cancel culture is in full swing.
And that's the scary part, where they can take away your thing. And I will tell you right now,
nobody wants their thing taken away. That is scary. Trust me on that. Did Rudy get barred?
I had 2 companies do that. It hasn't happened to me, but 2 companies did that. And for my own, if they're not, they've always been
holy
good
smokes,
companies, not like Target, who's
something about Rudy's trending. Let's see. Pardon. I don't see anything that he's officially been disbarred, but maybe you guys have information that I don't have. This is Aaron Rupar saying that Dakar Rove owns Rudy Giuliani. Let's see what he says.
So I think it really boils down to what's the defense that the president is gonna make, and if it's Rudy Giuliani's defense, I think it raises the likelihood of more than 17 Republicans voting for conviction. So I think it really boils down to what's the defense.
It's the worst company I've ever seen in my life. The stuff they've done to me and done to others. And I can say that because I have a personal experience with. But these other companies, they both dropped out. But guess what? My other part of my business shot up, you know. So it's a balancing act. But I got to tell everyone out there, you can't. This is a time where we cannot back down. You can't say, oh, you know Donald Trump? Let's get to the point. Hey, I seen one day you said something good about him, so now we're going to attack you and your family. This is a time where everyone can't take this anymore. We cannot let that happen.
Yeah, I was thinking of a hashtag just the other day, hashtag I am Trump, because they can try to cancel Trump out of our culture or erase what he's done in the history books, but they cannot cancel 80 million people, Mike. So maybe you and I
thought it was 100 million people. This guy Brian Glenn just canceled 20 million people.
Hashtag we are Trump, right?
Right. Absolutely. We are Trump, yes.
All right. Well, we
we are Trump.
Certainly appreciate your time today. And you have been a patriot for this company.
I am Negan. Yeah. At random pulls up a Walking Dead reference there.
Been a great partner, and I want to remind everybody watching us right now to go to mypillow.com. If you got something crappy for Christmas and you don't like it, hey, buy yourself something great. And also, don't forget to put that promo code RSBN in checkout and get up to 66%.
It's a paid interview.
Off. You've been so gracious to offer that to all of our viewers, and we appreciate
That's how he tracks, by the way. That's how he looks for deviations every day.
That over the years.
Well, I want to say something there.
Oh, they are a lead sponsor. That on RBSN. They have some gun manufacturer that's sponsoring them. I don't know why this is on Rumble as opposed to YouTube. Probably because YouTube is taking election stuff down that isn't factual. So Rumble is letting it stay there. I know Dinesh D'Souza's been using Rumble and stuff like that. I don't really even know anything about Rumble except that there's some videos on there. I don't know if it's a YouTube competitor or what the deal is.
You know, with you guys have been such a great voice for everybody, for all the conservatives, for everybody out there that have this money. I know we're taking and putting it back to RSBN, to Right Side Broadcast Network. This is you got everyone out there. Of all the networks I've dealt with, this is the best. I mean, and I support.
He sponsors Fox's shows. The nighttime lineup on Fox. It's just one My Pillow ad after another.
Your support.
I don't understand where the revenue's coming from.
Supporting them. We have all the new products out there too, from bathrobes to we have 110 products.
Okay. Yeah, Trevor says Hannity is a 40% off code at MyPillow. Yeah, and that's what the Better Business Bureau did in Minnesota. I think Minnesota, if I remember correctly. I think he's in Minnesota. There's so many states. Again, could be South Korea, guys. I have no idea. The Better Business Bureau came after him and said, look, this is deceptive because you've had these 2-for-1 offers for so long that the actual price has been established as X. So the 2-for-1, you're not really getting 2-for-1. So anyway, they fought that, and the settlement was reached, and they ended up with an F rating from the Better Business Bureau. So that's MyPillow. But they do put up if you go on the MyPillow site, there's all kinds of testimonials from people that came in over the internet. That's all about that. Rumble. Here we go. What is Rumble? I have 0 rumbles. Oh, Clever Dog successfully blows out her full... Yeah, well, we're going to watch this. Hold on. Here's a dog blowing out birthday candles.
Happy birthday.
Hold on. Sorry, that's way too loud. In my ear, anyway. I don't know how loud it is for you. Let's do this. Here's a dog.
Happy birthday to you. Blow it out. Oh,
yeah! What a good girl. Oh, here's another dog video. Here we go. What do we got? I'm coming with you, says the Jack Russell. Huh? Then what? What's going to happen? Are we going out? Oh, wait, hold on. You can't come. Oh, goes back inside. No, no, no. I got to come. Opens it up. Jack Russells are smart. And then waits by the door. Oh. Okay. That's... Jack Russell didn't get out. What about this one? Okay. You guys do... Yeah, go. Get in there. And shut your door. But doesn't actually shut it. Okay. Rumble is a disappointment, guys, so far. I do like the dog blowing out the birthday candles, but that's 2 out of 3 dog videos now by which I'm underwhelmed. Okay, here we go. This guy's trying to get out of his cage. Oh my God. Oh, it's so adorable. Look at that little guy. If this video ends with him just standing there, I'm going to punch somebody on Rumble. Oh, can he get... Yeah? What's going to happen? Show me funny. Okay, still doing it. Okay, is this dog going to help him? There, no, it's going to push him back inside. Oh my God, what? What is happening? These are terrible, terrible dog videos. Why would someone even post? These are the people who use Rumble. There's no reason. Yes, they're cute, super cute, but you want the dog to escape. You want something funny to happen. You want the cage to fall down. You want the other dog to pull him out or something. Yes, it's cute, but there's no entertainment value. What about this guy? Okay, I can see the little headlines here. Jack Russell sees toy in store window. Tries her best to go inside. I bet she doesn't succeed. Let's find out. Okay? I can't wait to see it. Okay? I want that toy. I love it. Please? No. No. Just stands by the door. Gonna live stream just a dog taking a nap. More entertaining than what we've got going on right now anyway. Okay, kids, I think that's it for now. That was a solid 2 hours. And ended with an absolute fizzle. I am... I'm gonna go get something to eat. Thanks for watching. I'll probably get a copyright strike for that. I'll probably get a copyright strike. for showing the dog who couldn't go in the store. Oh my God, this dog thinks it can go in the store and then it doesn't get in the store. Good night, Sean. All right. You guys say goodbye to each other. I'm going to put up the closing credits. They're still not updated. They will be someday, maybe before inauguration. Who knows? There's no way to know. Hold on. We're coming back. Coming back. Let me put on my cans. Something else. Who sent this to me? Is this Sean? Yeah, so this is Sean. Just sent me this KVUE. Where's that? Let's bring it up here. This is Periscope. Let's see. This is Texas, Austin. Ended 2 hours ago. Let's see what this was all about. These are protesters in Austin. Okay, so just a bunch of armed idiots standing outside, milling around, doing nothing. Okay, so that was that. That's in Austin. What else? Oh, we got Seattle as well, so let's bring over the Seattle protest. Here we go. Hold on. And... oh, it's the Seattle Protest Network. I can't bring it over. Come on. Here we go. Okay, this is Seattle. And I want some volume. Here it is.
Empty houses. Right. That are used for certain people to make a profit, and for black folks to be exploited and thrown to the.
Dr. Howard, I looked in my DMs. That's where I found this. I don't see anything from you in my DMs.
It's militarism. Say that. Now I'm gonna say something that's unpopular. Not here though. Not with us. Yeah. What they're trying.
Okay, so I don't even know what that is. Just some pictures in Seattle and Washington. Salt Lake City. Oh, okay, this is Tallahassee. This is Black Lives Matter in Los Angeles. There's 2 cars in St. Paul. All right, yeah, nothing going on. And this is Washington, D.C. Someone's talking to somebody with the Secret Service. Oh, hold on. In Kenosha, Wisconsin, there's some cars and some people standing there. All right, we're going back to the credits, guys. I don't see anything of interest here. Everybody take care, be good to each other, and pet a dog.
Kevin, thanks for that.
Okay, there's a dog video. Hold on. Thank you, Sean. Thank you, Sean, for £5. Thank you very much. I appreciate that.
Daddy.
This is sent in from Dr. Howard. That's a good dog. Just having a nap. You know, this should go on Rumble. This is good stuff right here. Yeah. Oh, so tired. And a guy, just so tired. And a dog having nap time. There's the dog's paw. Oh, there's the dog. Yeah, he's a good dog. He's a good dog. I want some avocado. All right, guys, I'm going to go get an avocado. Be good. Bye.